Welcome to Holiday Gift Making. Welcome to Holiday Gift Making. I'm Eileen Roach, co-founder of Designs and Machine Embroidery, and I'm delighted that you've joined us today. In today's class, you're going to learn how to transform your holidays with special embroidery techniques for home decor, wearables, and accessories. You'll learn how to stabilize for freestanding lace and add sparkle with mylar and metallic thread. You're going to elevate your gift wrap and greeting cards so that this season is like no other. Let's get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this online event that is all about making some gifts for the holidays. My name is Aine McCarthy, and I will be your dime educator for the next 90 minutes as we get you inspired to start stitching for the holidays. Now, maybe some of you stitch all year round. Maybe some of you start around in July, and maybe some of you start on December the 19th. It doesn't matter when you start because we've got lots of ideas and inspiration for you to make those special gifts. Now, we're going to get started pretty soon, but we couldn't do this event if it wasn't for our great sponsors like Embroidery.com. And joining me from Embroidery.com are Kirsten Swanson and Darren Anderson. So please come in, say hello.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Darren. Hello, Kirsten. Thank you guys so much for helping sponsor this program so that all of your watchers, all of your customers, and everybody probably from all over the world are having a good time. So, okay, Kirsten, let me start with you. What's going on? What's new? What's going on for the holidays there?
Well, we have two things, and I'll let Darren cover the second. My first one that I really am excited about is that we have a tradition at Embroidery.com with a Christmas lace freestanding angel. And we've had that for, I think, a couple of decades, except there was a period of time when we didn't have a Christmas lace angel, and now she's back. So I want to introduce that we've got our Christmas lace angel again.
Oh, that is fabulous. That is wonderful. And what a sweet idea. And perfect for today because we're going to be doing a lot of freestanding lace.
Yeah.
So the second one, how about Darren? How about you take it?
Well, I love this time of year, and I love the creative upstep that kind of as everybody gets ready, for making this holiday special. So in addition to the Christmas Angel, which is produced by Art Embroidery this year, we are having our annual Christmas or holiday wishes sale. And this is kind of a fun sale because you get to add things to your own wish list. And then we will take a look at it and run it through all of our numbers and everything else and see if we can come up with an individualized discount for you. And so you put it in your cart, and then you'll get an email a day or two later that will say, okay, here's what we can do for your Christmas wish list. And it kind of came out of the whole tiredness of Black Friday. I myself don't like getting up really early, and I don't like pushing the door open, and I want to find what's important to me. And so we changed this tradition a few years ago to get everybody the chance to designate their own things and then see what we can do to get you a good sale price.
That's awesome, Darren. Yes, much better than brawling for a TV, right?
Right.
Yeah, so, that's wonderful. Those are two things that are just incredible. And I know that Embroidery.com is the place for everyone to go for everything embroidery, whether it be hand or machine embroidery, and the convenience of shopping online and shopping when you want. So of all of the dime products that I know that are on the Embroidery.com website, Kirsten, what's your favorite?
Well, right at the moment, since we're doing freestanding lace, my very favorite thing is the exquisite sew and wash stabilizer, because you can do your freestanding lace on it and then just put it in water and just watch it magically disappear.
It is magic. And we're going to be talking about that. That's perfect. So how about you, Darren? Do you have one, a favorite product?
Well, I was just going to give my old standbys because, when I first started doing embroidery, the most frustrating thing for me was the placement and the hooping. And so all of the different accessories that help with that, and there's a lot of them that Dimes come up with. I would have loved to have had, these different tools, when as I was sitting around the embroidery machine, and at that time it was a commercial embroidery machine, and you'd load the machine all up, and the hardest and the most frustrating part was, getting the placement, and so that would have really helped out. And it's magical what you can do just because of the hooping options that are available through Dime.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So that's great. Those are great two products or groups. So, but I also want you guys to help me welcome our own Tammy Madden, who is also going to be working as a co-host today. She is one of our Dime educators. She is expert in everything machine embroidery and quilting and in the hoop project. So Tammy is going to be there in the chat room. Tammy, are you there?
I'm here, and it's so exciting. We have people from all over the country, plus Belgium. So welcome. We're international today, so that's exciting. So I just want to remind everyone that I will be over here in the chat for the next 90 minutes. So make sure you ask those questions because we love to hear from you. Also tell us where you're viewing from. And throughout the presentation, I will give back with Aiden, and we'll do live Q&As. And sometimes I'll bring your question to her. If so, I will let you know over in the chat. But make sure you ask those great questions because we love to bring you in all the hard ones.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. Well, I think we got a plan. So Kirsten, thank you. Darren, thank you. And Tammy, I will see you in about a half hour.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go, you guys. So again, welcome to this virtual event all about making some gifts for the holidays. And it's timely because 39 sewing days until Christmas. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? Holy cow. Well, what you will see in this event are ideas all about machine embroidered lace, ideas to get you inspired and excited to make some lace gifts for the holidays. We've got programs and products for gorgeous results. And since Dime is the solutions company, we've got tools and tips to make it easy and keep it fun, just like Darren said. So all that you see today are going to be items that are made from machine embroidered lace, either created from My Lace Maker software or actually from lace design collections from Dime. Look at what you can make for the holidays. These types of absolutely adorable decor, all from freestanding lace. You can even use lace designs to make a gift like towels, which is a great hostess gift, a great gift, and use an embossed technique. And you can set an entire holiday table with matching accessories, all made from lace. And you can decorate. You can decorate your tree, or you can decorate yourself with jewelry. And you can enhance just about any gift. Really jazz up those gifts with homemade embroidered lace accents, whether it be a monogram or just a snowflake. We're going to show you how to make a gift card holder all from lace. And you're going to see this 3D bow that you can use to jazz up even the smallest gift. This is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what is embroidered lace and how lace can make those holidays special. We're going to see lots of places where you can get these designs and also what hoops, stabilizer, and thread to use. This is a learn and shop event. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to watch me in the video window, and I'm going to show you slides and do some software demonstrations and also show you a lot of samples and how-tos underneath the camera. And then right next door to the video window, that's where the chat pane is. And that's where Tammy is waiting for your comments, questions. Tell us where you're viewing from. Tell us what the weather is like. Tell us if you've ever made freestanding lace before. And since this is a learn and shop event, that means that you can purchase selected products at special prices. That means they've got things on sale. Yay! And you can watch this replay and shop, not for the next 48 hours like it says there, but actually clear through the weekend. That's one of the great things about having these events on Thursday is that we leave that shopping cart open clear through Sunday night. So take advantage of that. Underneath the video window, take a look and you'll see little pictures of everything that we have selected to be on sale. Click the green view product bar and you'll get more information about that product. And then that's where you will add it to your shopping cart. So build your shopping cart. It'll appear off to the side there. Then check out and get to this window with the words show. Maybe it says show order summary. It's got a couple of payment options for you also, but click that word show or show order summary. And that will give you a summary of your shopping cart. You make sure you got everything in there. But it also has a very important window with the words gift card, discount code. That's the window that you want to pay attention to because we've got lots of ways for you to save today. We've got 2 discount codes. Here's the first one. If your pre-tax purchases hit $150 or more, then type in the word turkey ship, all one word. Odd, turkey, month of November, Thanksgiving, okay, turkey ship gets you free shipping on all of your purchases to anywhere in the United States. But if you purchase $250 or more, that price break, then add the word turkey 10. You get free shipping because you typed in turkey ship, and that turkey 10, typing that also, adds an additional 10% discount on these already special prices. So saving is the word of the day. We also have a little present for you. It's a free gift for you for your great support of partners like Embroidery.com and Dime. This is a design for a freestanding lace 3-dimensional bow. All you need is a 5x7 hoop and that water-soluble stabilizer, like Kirsten said, our sew and wash. You can stitch it on Mylar for a real sparkly effect. Just scroll all the way to the end of the products. You'll see it. Add it to your cart at no charge. You will get the download and you will get complete instructions on how to make this bow. Right now, I want to show you a video that illustrates all the steps to make freestanding lace. Now, I'm showing it to you now because as we talk about each one of these, it will make sense when you see how the entire process works. So what we're going to make is this cute little bookmark. The first thing that you're going to do is choose your thread and wind a matching bobbin because freestanding lace, you want to match the bobbin. Then you're going to get Kirsten's favorite product, which is Exquisite Sew and Wash by Dime. You're going to take 2 layers and put that in your standard hoop. And you are then going to place that on the machine. Make sure you get a nice tight hooping. Place that on the machine and just hit the go button. Since we're doing it in one color, there are no thread changes. And so it stitches out really quickly. So when you are all finished, you're going to remove the hoop from the machine and then unhoop and take out your project. Then you are going to trim that excess stabilizer away from the bookmark. Be careful not to cut the stitches. You're just going to trim most of the stabilizer away. Then get a bowl of water, room temperature water, and I do this in a bowl of Tupperware. Way too many little lace pieces have disappeared down the drain. Then you're going to soak it until the stabilizer goes away. Get a lint-free towel and then just blot it dry. You may have to reshape it a little bit if it got a little bit out of shape. No problem. That's easy to do at this stage. And then you're just going to lay it out on the counter to dry. Don't lay it on a paper towel to dry. It might stick to it. That's how easy it is. So let's talk about what exactly is machine embroidered lace. I know everybody knows what it is, but just to clarify, there's 2 types that I'm going to be talking about. Freestanding lace, abbreviated FSL, and then a lace design that is sewn directly on something like a garment or a quilt block or a napkin or a table linen or something like that. The first one, freestanding lace. It's just as you saw in the video. You stitch it out on 2 layers of water-soluble mesh stabilizer, trim it away, and then when it's dissolved, the design is digitized so that the threads hold together, and what you have is a design that is freestanding. That's why they call it freestanding lace. And then now you are free to attach it if you want to, or build a 3-dimensional flower or building or ornament or whatever you want to do. If you're going to attach it to something, let's talk about the ways to attach it. It really is going to depend on what you are attaching it to as to which of these options that you use. But just know that you've got several options. You can sew it on either by hand or by machine. You can glue it on with some of the fabric glues, or you can use a fusible web and actually fuse it on. So again, you got a lot of options. You can also stitch a lace design directly on something. And now it just kind of acts as an embroidery design that is built from a lace scaffolding, a lace foundation. So for example, these flowers on this jean jacket, the M on this tea towel, the poinsettia on the edge of this napkin are all stitched directly on something. We're going to talk about stabilizer for freestanding lace, thread for your lace designs, and hoops. So let's first talk about stabilizer. And what you are wanting to sew on freestanding lace is the mesh type of water-soluble stabilizer. Now, there's two types. There's the mesh type, it kind of feels like a fabric type, and a film type, feeling like saran wrap. You want the fabric type. You want the mesh type of water-soluble stabilizer. Listen, you guys, I have used them all, and I agree 100% with Kirsten. This is my favorite because it is sturdy enough to stand up to the high stitch count that you're going to get with freestanding lace designs, but yet it rinses completely and cleanly from your project. And we have it on sale today. Now, wouldn't I love for you to all buy just a big bushel basket of sew and wash? But I'm telling you, I'm just as cheap as the next person. So I want to make sure that I use all of my water-soluble stabilizer efficiently. So here's a tip. We're going to use 2 layers, but I don't cut it from the roll. All I do is fold it back on itself and I hoop it in my standard hoop. I still don't cut it from the roll. I take the whole kit and caboodle to the machine and then I stitch on it. Now I staged this photo. I know full well that roll of stabilizer is going to fall off the embroidery arm as soon as I start stitching. And I just kind of put it in the back. But the point is I'm leaving it on the hoop until I'm finished. Now when I'm finished, I'm going to take it off the machine, unhoop it, and now I trim close to the project. Yeah, maybe you're thinking like, oh my gosh, you're going to say what, 2 or 3 inches? Well, let me tell you, a lot of these 3-dimensional freestanding lace projects, you're going to be doing 8, 9, 10 hoopings to make your little Christmas tree or your building or your sewing machine or your Christmas train or something like that. And those extra 2, 3 inches every hooping, they add up. And you might be able to get one more hooping on that Sunday night when you're just at the end of that stabilizer roll. Here's another tip on rinsing out the water-soluble stabilizer. Know that the water temperature affects the rate and the extent of dissolution. The warmer the water, the more it's rinsed out, the more quickly it rinses out. So it really depends on what you're going to use your freestanding lace for. If you're going to use it in a structural way, like you're going to make a little lace bowl or a sculptured element or parts of a little building or something like that, then I would use room temperature water and rinse it just until the stabilizer goes away. Take it out, blot it. It may feel sticky, but it's not going to dry that way. And a lot of that starch stabilizer is going to stay in those threads and give it a lot of support. But if you want really soft lace, then increase the temperature of the water, use warm water, hot water, and then let it soak. Rinse a couple of times, let it soak. You could even add a little dash of fabric softener to make it really soft. And sometimes we need a sew and wash adhesive, sew and wash mesh water soluble that's got a sticky on it. And so our exquisite adhesive sew and wash is our mesh type of water soluble stabilizer, but it's got a pressure sensitive adhesive on one side. So this is perfect when you're hooping really hard to hoop items, like a collar, a cuff, a pashmina, chiffon, things that really need to be immobilized, or if you're doing edge stitching with a lace design. And we're going to be seeing that a little bit later. But for now, let's see some lace samples, shall we? So I'm going right to the camera and look at the pile of goodies I've got for you guys. So let's start right here. Here's your free design. Look at that lovely little 3-dimensional bow that is yours for free. And I stitched this on Mylar. So look at all of that shimmer and shine that you can get stitching that 3D bow. And look at, here's for the holiday theme. Little gingerbread man. These are freestanding lace designs. And take a good look at this guy, because I created this with our feature software, and I'm going to show you exactly the steps to make your own. So you can make little Christmas sweaters. You can make an entire table arrangement with napkin rings, coasters, and even some decorations for your dessert plates, all matching and all from My Lace Maker. You can make snowflakes, earrings. You can make even ugly little Christmas sweater charms, your own ornaments. You can make gift card holders customized for the holidays. And look at this guy. Here's just a little Santa beard. I'm not sure what I should do with him. So if you've got ideas on this Santa beard, all made from My Lace Maker, I was thinking of, maybe I'd put him on a towel or put him on a stick and let kids play with them and play Santa. You can make jewelry, and you can even use lace designs in this embossed technique, as I did with this ornament and with this fingertip towel. Look, it's a red fingertip towel, and the openings in the lace design stitched on Mylar kind of show through and impart the idea that these are the ornaments. And look at even this cute little Christmas tree cone, again, stitched in lace designs. And you can be so creative with this, and I'm going to show you how to make these all in My Lace Maker. So let's get started, shall we? Let's talk about those lace designs and where you get them. Well, you could purchase lace design collections, of course, and you can create your own with My Lace Maker software. Now, this software allows you to design your own lace. There are over 1,100 designs and motifs already in the software to get you started, but you can custom design your lace to fit garments, home deck, embellishments. There's all kinds of editing and alignment tools that you can use in the software. And as AllDime software is, you get free updates. And AllDime software is Windows and Mac compatible. So let's jump right into that software and see how it works. So I've opened up the My Lace Maker software, and this is what it looks like. And if you're familiar with Dime software, this is the typical platform. We've got icons all across the top and down the side. And all Dime software, as is many softwares, is icon driven. So your commands, your execution is done by simply a click on one of these icons. Don't think you have to memorize what they do, because all you have to do is hover over the icon and a little pop-up window tells you what it does, so that you're making sure that you're clicking on the right icon. And then you can also press F2 or function F2, and actually a little video pops up that gives you more information and an example of how to use that icon. So you can sit here playing with the software and learn how to work it in the very same way. But this My Lace Maker software, the heart of it is right here in the lace library. So look at all of the categories in this window. We've got bubble, we've got classic lace, and all of these designs are freestanding lace ready to stitch out. So you see vines and roses and leaves in this one. We've got paisley borders. We've got necklines, designs perfect to embellish a neckline. We've got potpourri, which is a mix of, I see snowflakes in here and swirls and all kinds of emblems. We've got a great category called sea creatures. And even if you don't want to stitch out sea creatures, so many of these are kind of universal motifs that you can use to decorate anything but sea creatures. And we've got borders, we've got necklines, we've even got kind of a miscellaneous category. We've even got Frankenstein's head in here. So if you want to stitch out a Frankenstein, you go right ahead. No pun intended. But look at some of these. Now you're probably thinking like, okay, some are gray and some are light color. What's going on there? Well, the dark ones, the gray ones, are what we call the composite design. So if I put this on the workspace, and this design then is complete and it's entire, so that I'm going to turn this red so it's pretty, so that this is an entire piece of freestanding lace. But let's say that you want to make a coordinating, let's say you're going to put this on a jean jacket, but you want to do a coordinating design for the cuffs. Well, go back to the design library and get some of the coordinating designs, and those are the ivory ones that follow it. So all of these, let's say I'm going to put some of these on the desktop, that leaf, and maybe that rose. So you can put those on the workspace, and you can see how these are exactly the components that are in the design. So you can rotate these around, you can put them together and make another coordinating component to put on your garment. So you got the composite design, and then you've got the individual designs. You've also got frames, what we call frames, which are simply outlines. And these are artwork outlines that you can use to design your own lace. So look at the categories here. We got animals, we got borders, food items, they're kind of fun. Holiday, I'm going to expand this, but look at all of the Christmas shapes, the Thanksgiving shapes, even Halloween shapes, people sewing shapes. And what you would do with these is that you would put these on your work page, and then you would design your own lace design. So for example, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, you pick your shape, you put a grid on it, and then you decorate it. So look at that. There's the Santa's beard right there. All I did was put that on the workspace and add some lace designs to it. But let me show you how I made that gingerbread man. There he is right there. This is a perfect example because you saw the finished product there. So I'm going to put that on my workspace. Now this is just an outline. It's an artwork outline. It has no stitches in it yet. At this point, I want to make sure to size the artwork to the size that I think I want in the finished product. So right now it's about 5 1/3 inches high. That's a little bit too big. So no, it's about 6, it's almost 7 inches high. So I want to take it down to maybe just 5 inches high. And all you have to do is dial that into the transform or change or use the resize handles, and it sizes it perfectly. So that's step number 1, and that is pick your shape and get the size. Step number 2 is that now I'm going to fill it with a grid and a border. And I've got one icon that does that in one step, just like that. I'm going to turn it into more of a gingerbread color there, maybe even darker than that. And it's so easy to change the colors to exactly the color that you want. Where's a gingerbread man color? Maybe that one. Okay. Ooh, maybe that one. You can hardly, there. Okay. What you see there is a border that is a steel stitch, which is a satin stitch of consistent width. And I can go in and I can change the width of that because it defaults to 3 millimeters. I want something very robust because I might make this an ornament. So I'm just going to change that to 5 millimeters and look how thick it is now. I like that. Then I'm going to go into this step. And so that is what we call the grid. That's the scaffolding that is going to hold my freestanding lace together. It defaults to a double, but you've got a choice of a single or a triple. The single, and I'm going to apply that and see how it changes. You only have a single pass in both directions of that diagonal stitch. If you are going to stitch this on something like a garment or a napkin or something like that, this might be what you want to do. It will not hold up really well for freestanding lace. For freestanding lace, you want the double grid and watch it change, or you want the triple grid, which lays down 3 passes of this, and it really is robust. I think I'm just going to do the double, so I'm going to put that back there. So there's the gingerbread man. There he is. He needs a face and he needs decorations. Now, where am I going to get that? I'm going to get it in this huge library of lace designs that are already completed for me. So I'm going to look for something that maybe I could use for little gingerbread man's buttons. And in the bubble category, I found these. So all I have to do is put them on my workspace. I'm going to change them to a color that you can see, and maybe make them, you can easily resize those, maybe make them sit right there. Okay. He needs a face. I'm going to go back to that very same category because there's lots of these single little designs here, like those, that I can bring in and I can use them for eyeballs. Okay, it's a little bit too big, so easy to resize using the resize. And in fact, I'm going to make him have blue eyes, but not those blue eyes, these blue eyes. Those blue eyes right there. I need 2 eyes, so it's a quick copy paste and just drag those over to Mr. Gingerbread Man's face. All right, he needs a smile, right? Again, I'm going to go back to those designs and see if I can find something that looks like I could use it for a smile. You know, I'm going to use this one, but let me show you in the sea creatures. Look at all of these little smiley face icons you could use. But I'm going to use this one down here because I want to show you a few things. It comes right on top, but I'm going to put it over there to the side. And I don't want this part of it. So all I have to do is ungroup it, select the parts I don't want, click delete, and delete until the parts I don't want are gone. And now I've got that. Turn it to maybe pink and resize it a little bit and put it on his face. And then you go like, oh man, there's something about that that just looks a little creepy. So I'm going to save that part, but these other parts, I'm just going to delete. And all you have to do is you select them, find them, and delete them, and you're good. One more. And so I got that. I'm going to resize it a little bit. And look, I just happened to leave a couple of stitches that might look for dimples, might act for dimples. How cute. Okay, the best part of Gingerbread Man is the icing that they have on their arms and legs. So let's do that. And again, I found a great thing that I could use for icing. I kind of like that one. And I'm just going to bring it in. So see that one, and I'm going to turn it there, rotate it because I'm going to put it on this arm. Copy and paste it, drag it over to the other arm, just rotate it around, copy and paste it to that guy, to his leg down there. And again, one more time for the other leg, just that easy. Now let me adjust the colors just a little bit because I'm going to make this maybe a little bit darker brown or maybe a little bit richer brown. It's hard to know what a gingerbread color is. There we go. And I'm going to make the icing white. Look at that. You made your own little gingerbread man. And how easy is that to make in My Lace Maker? So it is so easy, so fun. Are you sitting there thinking like, well, how am I going to learn this software? It's so easy. We've got some options for you. First of all, join our Facebook group. Dime Inspiration Software users, we've got over 4,000 members, monitored by experts and educators from all over the country. Post your question. Give us a picture of what you're working on, and we are here to help you. On the first and third Tuesday of every month, our lead educator, Ashley Jones, does the Software Success Program. This is an hour-long program that she does live on Facebook or on YouTube, and she teaches you how to use the software programs. First and third Tuesday, 1 p.m. Central Time. And for each of our software programs, My Lace Maker included, we've got illustrated tutorials written by Eileen Roach that helps you learn the software like one technique, one project at a time. And for My Lace Maker, Eileen wrote 12 different lessons. And schedule a lesson with a Dime educator, a 30-minute Zoom call at a time and a date that's convenient for you, and you will get the questions that you want answered and the projects that you're having challenges with answered. Go to inspiredbydime.com website, schedule a lesson. And we put these together in the My Lace Maker Success Bundle. We put the software together with those 12 tutorials and a 30-minute private lesson, all for $709. But that's not the price. Our event price today is $548.90. But that's not even the price because that's over the $250 price break. So after that 10% discount, this is barely $494. And everything else that you put in your cart and purchase, now you're going to get free shipping. Hi, that's a great deal, isn't it, Tammy? I'm going to bring Tammy in to see if we can have a little chat.
Well, and speaking of shipping, we have a question over here in the chat that says, does My Lace Maker come with a CD, a jump drive, or is it a digital download?
The software is a digital download. So that will make sure that you get the latest version of the software. And it's convenient because you can get that software downloaded. All you have to have is the internet connection and get it downloaded and start playing with it tonight. You don't have to wait for a USB stick. You don't have to wait for a CD. Buy it now, purchase it, and you can start making your holiday lace tonight.
That's great. And we have Kim over here in the chat. She says, does My Lace Maker work on a Mac computer or just Windows?
No, it does work on a Mac. All Dime software is Mac compatible. But what you have to do is follow the installation instructions carefully because the first thing you have to do is you have to download the Dime translator, which kind of allows the computer code, to be able to talk to the Mac. So that's free. You download that first, and then you download the software.
Absolutely. And another question we have over here is, can I bring in an SVG frame and then turn that into a lace design?
Yes, you can. Those outlines that I was working with, those frames, are actually artwork files, like an SVG file is. So you can just bring that in, import that artwork, and you can use that as your lace designs.
All right, great, Aid. Thanks for answering those questions for us, but I know there's so much in store, so I'm going to let you get back to it, but we'll check with you about another 30 minutes or so.
Okay, Tammy, sounds good. Now let's talk about thread for lace designs because you have so many different options, and thread has a lot of different features. Let's first talk about thread weights because the choice of thread weights may affect the way that your lace looks and acts. So first of all, we know that there's, all kinds of numbers of thread weight, 40, 60, 80. If you are doing a lace design on fabric, a garment or quilt block or a tea towel or a napkin or something like this, then your usual recipe for designs, a 40 weight on top and a 60 or a 50 weight bobbin thread is going to work just perfectly. But now for your freestanding lace, you want to make sure that you have a matching bobbin thread of the same or at least a similar color. If you want your lace to be sturdy, if it's going to be functional, structural, then just wind the matching 40 weight bobbin right from the spool that you're going to use. That's going to give really robust, sturdy lace. If you want your lace a little bit softer, then use a similar color in 60 weight. And we have a lot of options in our fine line thread that you'll see in just a minute. But if you want really soft, fine lace, then try 60 weight in the top and 60 weight in the bobbin. And I'm going to show you some lace designs that have these different thread combinations. Here's our fine line thread by Exquisite. This is our 60 weight polyester thread. It's perfect for your matching bobbin for your freestanding lace because we've got 15 different colors in this box set. But 60 weight thread is also perfect if you're going to embroider small text, micro fonts, characters less than a ½ inch in height, or maybe you're going to do piecing in the hoop. A lot of piecers want a lighter weight thread for that. So this fine line thread has a lot of uses. We've got it in the box of 15. We've also got it in quartets. Basic colors, neutral colors, brown. So make sure that you get the color palette that you need. You've also got a choice of thread for fiber content and finish. Fiber content, embroidery thread can be polyester, it can be rayon, it can be cotton. And each of these is going to give a different feel for that lace. Rayon is a softer thread. It's durable, but it's a little softer. So you are not going to get that stiffness, that robust if you are doing structural lace. Cotton is also has a matte finish. So if you want to do the heirloom look, this might be a good choice. And as I said, you can have shiny or you can have a matte finish. And each of them bring a different look to your freestanding lace. But regardless, this is a great choice for freestanding lace, our exquisite thread by Dime. This is our 40 weight. It's a very strong thread, but the shine and the color is like rayon. But it's color fast and it won't shrink as opposed to rayon. And the special coating and processing that we put on it really enhance the runnability at high speeds. We've got hundreds of colors in our 1,000-meter snap spools, and we've even got some colors in the larger cones. We put together some quartets for you to easily pick a color family that you can use for your freestanding lace. Great bargain on these 4 spools of thread at only $9.99. We've also got bundled our 60 best colors and a thread rack to put them on, so take a look at that. We've even bundled some of our large cones, our best colors, and when you do the math on these prices, it is pretty spectacular, I'll tell you that. And if you just want to have them all, you don't want to mess about what colors to pick, then get the I Want It All thread bundle. You're going to get all 288 colors, and you have the option to get 5 spool racks to put them all on. Wouldn't that be gorgeous in your sewing room? Let's talk about some specialty threads that you can use for freestanding lace. Variegated thread, metallic thread, or even both in the same design. Now, did you say metallic thread for lace? You think I'm crazy? But let me introduce you then to the Kingstar metallic thread. This is thread that does not kink, does not break. It runs smoothly through your embroidery machine, even at high speeds, and you can use it in the bobbin for your freestanding lace. I wouldn't dare say that about any other metallic thread. We've got our Kingstar Metallic is well known for its runnability, and we just got 3 new colors, a fuchsia, a purple, and a beautiful leaf green. It's not like it's shown on that picture. It's more of it's a gorgeous kind of avocado moss green, not that Kelly green as it shows, but you know, computer monitors. We've got a couple of quartets. We put together a fall quartet that has the beautiful fall colors, and this is the one that you need to get right now. The holiday quartet with the red, the silver, the gold, and the Christmas grass green. And have you ever thought of using variegated thread for lace? It's absolutely stunning. Our medley variegated thread is perfect for freestanding lace because this is a precision dyed blend of 4 colors. You can use it for embroidery and sewing and quilting. You can even use it in the upper and lower loops of your serger if you want something really festive. And we've got this on our snap spools. And we also have 5 new colors in our medley variegated. We've got a color called Fresh, which is beautiful, soft greens and turquoises. Blue Ocean, just like it sounds, colors of the Caribbean blue ocean. We've got Sherbet, Jewel Tones, which is so cool, and a brand new color that we brought out for Halloween. We've got a Rainbow Medley 4-pack. Now that has 4 of our best-selling medley colors, and we also put together a holiday medley thread pack. All of these are great holiday colors. And of course, we've got our color play thread kit. This is 5 spools. The 1 spool is the variegated, the medley, and the other 4 are the solid colors that exactly match that variegation. And we've got 17 total, and 5 of these are new. So you don't have to worry about what orange is in there, what green is in there. The color play kit has the exact match. And let me tell you, I am loving these new ceramic needles for freestanding lace. This ceramic coating, it makes the needle durable and it lasts longer, up to 2 times longer than your other needles. That ceramic coating also makes it heat resistant so that the friction of going up and down in these high stitch counts doesn't generate a lot of heat. Less friction, less heat, less thread breakage. And these ceramic coated needles resist residue. So if I'm using an adhesive stabilizer or any type of maybe fusible web, I am going to use these ceramic needles because it doesn't collect the residue from those sticky items. So let's look at the lace designs using specialty threads. Let's go back to the camera right here. And let me first show you this series. Now this is the same design, but I sewed it out in different threads. So this is the white one is a 40 weight thread. in the top and a 40 weight thread in the bobbin. So if I hold it by the edge, you can see that it is nice and robust. It holds its shape. So this is what I would use if I was making, you know, one of those little Christmas villages or a train or anything like that. Now this is very same design, but this is 60 weight in the top and 60 weight in the bobbin. And look at the softness. I know you can't feel it through the camera, but you can see the drape and the hand on that. So if you want really soft lace, 60-60. This is a matte finish. This is our vintage embroidery thread. So you see the matte finish, it kind of gives you a different look on that same design. And this is that same design, but this is done in rayon thread. And this rayon it has some body to it, but it still is soft and drapey. And of course, there's variegated. Who'd have thunk it? It's gorgeous. And here we go on metallic thread. And again, you can put these both in the top and in the bobbin, and they stitch out beautifully for ornaments, for earrings. This is gorgeous earrings for little snowflakes. Again, even as tiny as this guy, you know, can be stitched with King Star Metallic. And look at the variegated threads. Look how gorgeous these threads look in that freestanding lace. And this is fun. Now, this hasn't been soaked out yet, but this is one of our lace charm designs, resized to a little bit bigger, stitched in variegated thread. And look at the way the stitches laid out. It looks like it's plaid. And that's a lot of fun, even with the fringe, to do that. So I think now I'm going to do, I'm going back to the camera here. So let's talk about a really quick idea for holiday gifts, and that is an embossing technique. Now, this technique is very simple. I know that you've seen it. It's a combination of positive and negative space. So the positive space is where the stitches in your design will hold down a thick nap or pile or fleece or terry cloth, so that the negative space where there are no stitches is what imparts the design. So you see it on these towels here. So it's so often done on terry cloth, on fleece, on velvet, on felt. And it's so easy to make these designs in my Lace Maker software because the lace grid itself acts as the nap blocker, acts as the knockdown stitch, if you will. And the chosen shape doesn't have any stitches, and that's where that pile shows through. It's so easy to make in my Lace Maker, and we have lots of ideas for design placement and hooping. So let me show you some of these ideas for embossing. Going back to camera again here. Here we go. So here's what I mean. So here's just a quick little baby lovey. And here is the knockdown stitch. This was just a knockdown stitch. This is the lace grid and a very simple design. And then where there are no stitches, that's where the rocking horse then comes through. Now here is upside down. You can do lots of holiday items with this. So a simple, shamrock like this, and you can do it in different sizes. This is on fleece. It works great on fleece. It works great with terry cloth. Don't forget our little pets for their Christmas ideas. And it works great on something like a fingertip towel using metallic thread. And the little holes here then are the ornaments where the opening in the lace design is. And you can do that. And you know what? Metallic thread. Look how good it looks on the front. And I always do this. And it looks just as good on the back too. And you can do cute little ideas for ornaments. These are just felt, sewed out, and put a little string on them, glossy them up, and there you go. Now I'm going to show you things that didn't turn out so well. So I had this great idea. I can't even see this here. Let me go here. I had this great idea. So there's the Santa's beard again. I had these 2 fingertip towels, and I thought, I'll do an embossed design. Well, the first thing that we recommend is that you pick the color of thread to match the towel. Didn't work here because, look at this. You can't see it. Maybe it's that subtle look, but you can't see it. If I was going to do this again, I would probably do this in a color that you could see. The same thing with this one. I had a red one. I was going to make a little set, and I thought, oh, that's going to be so cute. Ho, ho, ho with Santa on this one. Fail. Next time, I would do the red stitching on this one and the white stitching on that one. So there you go. Let me show you also how easy it is. I think I'm going to show you how easy it is to hoop some of these items, because these are all thick plush items and they're hard to hoop. They belong on the hard to hoop list, but not if you have the Snap Hoop Monster from Dime. So here's an idea. So here's a nice thick terry cloth towel. This would be great for embossing maybe a monogram or a design. It's nice and thick, and it is almost impossible to put in a standard hoop. But let me show you some tricks and some ideas on how to make that hooping easier. So the first thing I did was I found the design center, and I did it just as simple as folding this in half and just weaving a pin through here. Now, if you're going to make some of these as a gift, you're not going to do just one, right? You're going to do maybe a set, maybe 2 hand towels and bath towels, and maybe 2 hand towels, and you're going to make monograms for everybody. And it's really a lot of time to measure and make sure that your design gets in the right place, not with the perfect placement kit. And just like Darren said at the beginning, you know, it is so nice to have these tools that make these placement of designs so easy and so efficient and so quick on some of these stitching multiples. So here from the Perfect Placement Kit, I have this plastic template with the hole right in the middle and a lot of lines on here. This one is hand towel with border, which is what I have. I have a hand towel with a border. So it tells me put that line at the top of the border, okay, and then I'm going to line up the middle here. And so I can so easily then line that up. I haven't drawn any lines. I haven't gotten a ruler out. I'm going to get my target sticker and place that right in the middle. And now my design is marked and I am ready to hoop this and go to the machine. And I'm going to use the Snap Hoop Monster, which is our 3-piece magnetic hoop. And that makes hooping this thick terry cloth towel a breeze. So this is where the magnets are. And this is a piece of corrugated plastic to be kept between the 2 frames when not in use, but I can put that aside. This is the bottom frame. This is where it attaches to the machine. This happens to be a baby lock attachment. And this is the bottom frame. It's all metal. I'm going to put this on my hoop mat, which keeps that frame in place when I bring a big towel or quilt over. And since I'm doing a towel, I'm just going to use a tearaway, lay that right on the bottom frame, and then bring the towel over, place that right in place, and kind of see if I can get that design, that target sticker in the middle. And now I'm going to bring over the top frame. And it's critical that I get that top frame flush on that bottom frame. Well, I can feel underneath there, and I'm going to drop this side down first, move it up and down, and then make sure that I've got it right in place. I'm hooped. And if I got a little, you know, wonky like that, all I have to do is smooth that out, and I'm hooped. And yes, it's strong. Now, I'm not going to knock my camera, but I'm holding it by the edge here, and that is so strong. So those are the great items that you can use to do these wonderful techniques for the holidays. I think I'm going to go to the software next, because I'm going to show you how easy it is to make those designs with my lace maker. So let me just get a new page here. Let's make that rocking horse. That's so easy to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make that circle that's going to contain the rocking horse. And I can do a circle 2 ways. I can go to the lace frames and go to the shapes, and there's a circle right there. That couldn't be easier. Or if I didn't want to do that, I can go to my artwork tool, and with the ellipse tool, I can hold down control and I can draw a perfect circle just like that. And if it's not as big as I want, I'm just dial in the size that I need in the transform box, and there's my perfect circle. So you can get a lot of shapes a lot of different ways. Then I'm going to go find that rocking horse, and we have that design in the animals of all things, and there he is right there. So I'll just bring him into the software, and I got a choice. I can either make him smaller or the circle bigger, but I think I'll just make the rocking horse smaller so that he fits in this 4-inch circle that I drew. Yep, that's good. And you can line them up and everything. We've got all the alignment tools, but I'm just going to eyeball them for now. When I combine these now, they're going to act as one piece of artwork, so that when I put the lace grid and border in there, with one click now, it is a design that has the open space here. That is the rocking horse. And so that will allow that terry cloth to come through, and that's what imparts the design. And you'll notice that it has a steel stitch around the rocking horse as well as the outer part of the circle. So is that easy or what? Let's look at how we did that Christmas tree. Remember that Christmas tree and the fingertip towel? Because that's a little bit different technique. So I'm going to go again, start with the shape. In the holiday, look for the Christmas tree shape. It's that one right there. So I'm going to bring this in. And now in this way, I'm going to put the grid and border right off the bat. And there he is. See? Now, allow me to just make it a little bit of a different color. You will see why in just a second, because I'm going to make it a light color like that. For the ornaments, what I do is I go back to that ellipse tool, and I'm going to draw a couple of perfect circles, and these are going to be ornaments. And I need about, 4 copies of them. So all I'm going to do is copy, paste, 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 paste. And I know they're all stacked up on top of each other, but I'm just going to drag and drop them right on top of the Christmas tree. So I'm just dragging and dropping them right there, where you think ornaments might be. There's no wrong place. Feel like Bob Ross. There's just happy accidents. Oh, I got one more here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. There we go. So if I drop it there, now I'm going to select all of them, and we've got to create hole function. So wherever I drop those circles, now there's going to be a hole created in my lace design. So now I can turn it more into a Christmas tree color. So you can see now that's where the fuzz and the fluff of your design is going to come out. Oh, he needs a star, doesn't he? So look at this. Look at these. In the sea creatures, I said, lots of icons that you can use, like that one or that one. It's a starfish, but you know what it is now? Now it's the top of a Christmas tree star, just like that. But turn them gold, just like that. How cool! Isn't that cool? You can make your own designs, your own lace designs. So here's what we used when we were hooping that towel. We used the Snap Hoop Monster. These are 2-piece magnetic hoops, and they can be used for so many things that are on your hard to hoop list. The perfect placement kit is where those plastic templates we had, but so you can use them for towels, you can use them for hand towels, bath towels, collars, cuffs, even napkins on point. And for towels, I think it's great, especially with these embossed designs, to use a tear and wash stabilizer. This is a firm tear away. It's going to tear cleanly away from your design, but rather than have to pick out all the rest of it, any remaining fibers are just going to dissolve in the wash. So it's perfect for towels and linens. And of course, if you are going to stitch on terry cloth, fleece, piqué, anything with a deep texture, a pile and nap, you're going to use a water-soluble topping. Now, this isn't the stabilizer. It doesn't go in the hoop. It's put on top of your embroidery surface so that when you stitch, the stitches do not sink down into the terry cloth or the pile or the nap. And we've got this on sale today. So here it is. I think it's top of the hour, and it's time to talk to Tammy. So, hey, Tammy, what you got?
Well, I have a few questions for you. You know, in the beginning, you were talking about when we do freestanding lace that we should use two pieces of stabilizer because of all the stitches and stuff.
Yeah.
So someone had asked about what about terry cloth towels? Do you still need those two pieces of stabilizers when you do freestanding lace on top of a terry cloth towel?
Oh no, great point to bring up. When you are stitching on something, the terry cloth towel, a jean jacket, a napkin, then your stabilizer is going to be chosen according to what you're stitching on. So for a napkin, a terry cloth towel, I'm going to use a tearaway, maybe a tear and wash. For a jean jacket, if it has stretch in it, maybe I would put a cutaway or a fusible cutaway on the back to stabilize that stretch. So once you stitch it on something, then you got to shift and think of what stabilizer would be good for that fabric.
Great. And the other question I had was, you know, we get this quite a bit because, you know, some people don't realize this is, do you need any other software as a platform for My Lace Maker?
No, My Lace Maker is a standalone software. So purchase it, download it, you can start running it tonight. It's not a bolt on to another foundational program. All of our software runs in what we call our overarching embroidery tool shed, which is our overall platform, but My Lace Maker operates within that standalone.
Great. Well, and that's all the questions I have for you this round. So I'm going to let you get back to it, but we have one more. So folks, ask your questions because we do have Aid at the end of the presentation for one more last Q&A. So get those questions ready for her.
That's right, Tammy. Thanks. I will see you in a little bit. Okay, now let's decorate. Let's do some holiday decorations with lace designs. And I'm going to show you how to make these Christmas ornaments, these poinsettias, these adorable Christmas tree ornaments. You can make these poinsettia decorations. I love decorating with poinsettias because they are so Christmas. And you can make them into just about anything that you want. A candle collar or a candle garland like that, or an ornament, even table scatter, even something to hang in your patio window. And you can make an entire forest of these Christmas trees, all with My Lace Maker software, and embellish them to your heart's content. And look how these snowflakes made with Kingstar Metallic in the needle and in the bobbin are absolutely perfect for embellishments or garlands or even table scatter. But you can also add a lot of sparkle to your lace designs with Mylar. Now, if you're not familiar with Mylar, it is simply a plastic film that you use kind of the same as applique. You're going to place it right on top of your embroidery designs, right on top of the embroidery surface, and then you're going to stitch directly on top of it. The needle perforations allow you to easily tear away the Mylar, and it shines through the low density fill stitches, which is what freestanding lace is, or any lace designs are. So you get that depth, that sparkle, that shine by using Mylar with your lace. And we think that the best color to use in Mylar is blue opalescent. This is a great color for that sparkly effect, and it also allows your overstitched colors to stay true. So if you want to use yellow, it'll still look yellow. It'll still look blue. And we've got large sheets that are perfect for just about any of the projects that you might be working on. But here's another way to decorate, and this is one of the most popular collections that we have brought out in the last 5 years, and that is the lace charms, because they are so adorable, they are so quick and easy to stitch out, and they are so versatile, and you can do so much with them. Look at these 34 different designs, and you can stitch them with or without an eyelet. And there's boots and animals and boats and shoes and even Christmas icons, and these are absolutely adorable. You can resize them, you can change the colors, you can even add, stitch them on Mylar, make ornaments out of them, change the threads, and be so creative in using these. You can even put them in a do-it-yourself ornament with maybe some fake snow or some tinsel and have everybody wonder, hey, how'd you get that in there? You can even use them to customize and embellish your gift card holders. So if you're wondering how we did that, then take a look at this video. So we'll show you the steps. So first of all, you got to have one of those do-it-yourself ornaments, not the ones that split in half. This is the whole thing. And then you're going to put maybe some fake tinsel or snow in there. So you're going to take that gizmo off. So put some fake snow in there and get a roll of tape, which is perfect to roll it up or to hold it. Now you're going to get some thread. Now, don't use the color of thread that we're showing here. We're showing you this thread so that you can see it. What you want to use is a monofilament thread or fishing line. That's going to be invisible. Anyway, you're going to thread it and then double loop it through the sleigh. And it's great if you resize that sleigh from the lace charms and make it big enough to fit in that globe. It's easy to do with my lace maker. Here's the secret. You roll it up and you stick it through the opening, and then with a little skewer or your forceps or hemostats or a stick or something, smash it out straight, and then lift the ornament so that it's straight, and then replace that little doodad on the top, and it's all ready to go. So it's easy to do, and then you'll straighten that out, and that's how you do that little ornament. You can also use those lace charms, change the colors, sew them in variegated thread, put them on your wine glass. There's wine glass identifiers because each one has a different color variegation, or even add them to packages to really make a fun little party favor. They look great sewn out in this holiday medley thread pack. That's the one with the 6 colors, because look at the different effects you get with this little jacket charm sewn out with all of these. They look like ugly Christmas sweaters, right? They're adorable. And then voila, Eileen is at it again because she brought us the holiday lace charms, which is a new set of designs specifically for the holidays, for fall and winter. And again, you can sew them out with an eyelet or without. So we've got winter icons, we've got Halloween, and lots of Christmas icons. And we put them all together in the holiday lace starter kit. So in this starter kit, you get the holiday lace charms, the brand new set. You get exquisite 40 weight holiday quartet, the color play that is Transylvania, the rhinestones in assorted colors so you can bling them up, and a roll of sew and wash. So everything that you need to sew out, stitch out, and bling up these holiday lace charms. So I think we're going to the, now we're going to go to the camera because this, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of charms here. These are the original ones. So you see all these adorable little charms. You see how tiny they are. They're just little 2-inch ones. You can put 4 of these in a 4-inch hoop and stitch these all day long. Cute little elephants, fringed earrings. But look at the Christmas icons that you can resize and recolor. Look at the Christmas wreath. Original, bigger, bigger, biggest. And then here's the sleigh. And here's the size that you would put in the globe. And here it is. I've got it right here. So that's how you would put that in there. I got fake snow in this one. You could even put them on the front of your gift card holder to customize that. So you can put these charms as embellishments. Use a little, use them for a little ornament, resize them, recolor them, and you've got a Santa Claus jacket. So here's the original one. We call it the Chanel jacket, but different colors, different looks, and look, they are in variegated. This is the variegated fringe, all done in my lace maker. There's a fringe option that you can use for that. All right, there's the original lace charms. Let's look at the new lace charms. Aren't these adorable? So here they are. Here's the Halloween one, kitty cat that I put rhinestones for his eyes, spider web, and this is the little spider sewn out in our new King Star Metallic. So Halloween, we've got these beautiful fall icons. This maple leaf is gorgeous in that little shine and shimmer. That's on Mylar. And look at these great Christmas charms. Sew them out with metallic thread, put a couple of rhinestones on them, or do all 3. I got Mylar, rhinestones, and metallic thread in this one. put some rhinestones on the little gift packages, and even sew them out in monochromatic colors, and they look a lot different. So this one, these bells, I sewed with Mylar, but just on the metal part of the bell. Before the bow stitched, I lifted the Mylar off and then allowed this to sew out in just regular thread. And take a look at these cute little, this is the hat and mitten set. I resized it so it's a little bit bigger, and I stitched it out with our Jewel new medley variegated, and it looks like it's hand knit. On these though, these are the new holiday charms. They're just so versatile. You can do just about anything with it. Look what I did with them. So look at what you could do with them. So there is. There's an earring. His partner is in here somewhere, but look at that. I'm all ready for Christmas with that. But I sewed these on a napkin. These are lace designs, the lace charms sewn on a napkin. And I've got the straw placemat to match. So yes, these are straw placemats that you can stitch on. These are lace designs. I got the cascading apples and the ring of leaves there, of fall leaves. I even took some of the Halloween designs, stitched out a little bit of a door hanger, sun catcher, put this on the patio door so that kids wouldn't walk through the patio door. And look at this, sewed out the holly berries, and I attached them to this bag. Now this in the hoop zipper bag is so tiny, I don't even want to put this on the tubular machine. But you can stitch these out, glue the berries on, and you still have a dimensional decoration for the holidays. So I got one more, and that is, oh, I think there's his partner right there. Now take a look at these. I'm going to show you these Christmas tree cones. Look at all of the ideas that you can do with these Christmas tree cones. I'll show you how to do this in the software. This one sewn out and there's lace designs all over it. This one sewn out and I put rhinestones in it and just in the spots marked by these lace designs. Now these are sewn out flat, just like you see here, and then they are curved like this once you dissolve them out, and then they are attached together. And you can, in one hooping, you could stitch out the Christmas tree and the star that goes with it. Now, learn from me. The first time I did this one, I thought, hey, no problem. I'll just, I'm just going to stitch that together by hand and that won't be a problem. Oh, 45 minutes later, I'm still struggling with this. And I thought, there's a better way to do this. There is, because the next one I designed, I put this strip on this side of the cone and I glued it. So I made this strip as a landing strip for the glue. Now, when I turn it and make the cone out of it, now the glue has something to stick to. I just clamp that and it works just perfectly, as you can see there. And here's another idea. If you're going to put sequins on them or rhinestones or any other type of embellishment, do that before you final assembly, because it's a lot easier to work with this in the flat stage than in the finished stage. And here's poinsettias that you can make with my lace maker, as you can see. So you can make table decorations. These are the two collars that I made to put on candles. And you saw a picture of that. So easy to make, but they're great to work with. So that poinsettia on Mylar. And now you've got a great Christmas ornament. And speaking of Mylar, here again, here's your free gift. So make sure that you've got that in your cart. And it is so easy to stitch Mylar, especially with freestanding lace. So here's one piece of the bow. It's that bottom part right there. And here's how it would look in your hoop. So you've got the two layers of water-soluble mesh, and you've got a layer of Mylar, and you just stitch right through it, the entire design. And then you just pull that away. It tears cleanly away, rinse that out, and you can assemble whatever you're working with. And in my lace maker, especially for the holidays, there's so many great shapes that lend themselves to a Mylar treatment. Here's another little candle collar that might be kind of cool to work with. Now, let me show you these. This is the gift card. And these designs are resident in my lace maker. So you would stitch out these 3 designs. This is the flap, this is the back, and then this is the front. So this is the front, and you see that shine stitched on Mylar. And I'm going to stitch the flap then to the front. And I'm going to use a wide and kind of a loose zigzag stitch to do that, because I want to keep that hinging effect for these 2 pieces. Once I get those stitched together, then I'm going to take the back, which has the notch out of it, and then I'm going to stitch it to that part of the gift card. And the stitch that I'm going to use here, I'm going to go in and find my E-stitch, a blanket stitch, because it's got that lateral needle swing that makes a stitch here. But I'm going to position it, orient that stitch so that the run stitch is on the inside of that steel stitch border, and the lateral swing goes out this way. You may have to mirror image it on your fancy stitches. That way I got the integrity of that run stitch, keeping this gift card together, and I still have that overcast like stitch that's going to keep those edges together. So, okay, I think let's go back to the presentation now. And no, I'm going to go to the software because I've got to show you how to make those Christmas tree cones. So let me go real quick to the software, because those Christmas tree cones are resident in the frames in my lace maker. So they're in shapes. Look at these cones that we included for you. So you just bring that right on the workspace. And then this dimension here, because of the way this cone is oriented, this dimension tells you how tall that cone is going to be, how tall that tree is going to be. And so it's going to be almost, almost 5 inches, maybe 4.5 inches. So you are going to, now you got your shape. Now let's do a lace grid and border just like we did. We're going to turn it into a Christmas tree color, just like that. And now you can decorate it. So now what you want to do is go all through these fabulous designs and look at this motif. Something like that. Couldn't you make that into a great garland on this Christmas tree? Yes, you could. I think you could. So maybe that's a yellow one, and maybe we'll resize it. But what you want to make sure that you follow is this radius, this curve right here, which is going to be, at the bottom of your Christmas tree. So you want to make sure if you're going to do a garland or something like that, that you take that into account and, string your pieces accordingly. You can do something like that. You can do stripes, you can do bars, you can even do, and I love these, I can go into the classic lace, I do believe it is, and all the way at the bottom is a flower, maybe it's potpourri. Anyway, maybe it's bubble. I don't remember. It's potpourri. I was there, right there. And this, to me, all right, it can be a poinsettia. Isn't that great? And so now you can do copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and resize these all day long. But look at this great tool that we have in my lace maker called Scatter. So this is going to make a copy of your design and change the sizes automatically so that it gives you something to work with, so that now all you have to do is, I like that one, I'm going to put that one there. I like this little one, I'm going to put that one there. I like this other little one, I'm going to put that one there. And you can arrange these just the way that you want. Isn't that great? That's the Scatter tool. Now let me also show you how easy it is to make that glue landing strip. So in my artwork, I'm just going to draw a rectangle, and I'll show it to you right here. That's all you have to do. Make it so that it's kind of the same size as that one edge. Then I'm going to put a grid on it. I don't need the border. I need just the grid. And in this case, I'm going to put that triple grid in there, because what I want to do is basically make a strip of fabric that's going to hold that glue. I'm going to make sure I'm going to move it underneath that Christmas tree edge. send it to the back so it sews out first. And now I've got a great, nice little hefty place to put that glue. All right, let me show you something else. I just got so many things. What's so cool to show you that poinsettia decoration. Go to your leaf design in artwork, and I'm just going to draw that. I'm going to make it exactly the size and shape that I want. And it's going to be about 2.5 inches high and about 1 inch wide. I was pretty close to that. So now I'm going to put the lace grid and border, turn that red for the poinsettia parts, and group it. And now another great tool is the carousel tool. And that makes an exact copy of your design and arranges it all in a circle. And if you change the shape or the size, you can change the number of petals that you have. You can increase it, you can decrease it. But as you can see, that is your poinsettia ornament. So put that on your workspace, and you can go get one of those centers, maybe that one right there. I'm just going to put on, landed in exactly the right spot. And I've got a yellow center for my poinsettia. I also want to show you the gift card holder that you get with my lace maker. And it's in these samples right there. I've already put it on the workspace. And simply, there's the 4 pieces right there that you saw me demonstrate. And all you have to do is make sure you ungroup these, because what you want to do is get those hearts out of there. Now, the hearts are going to be great for Valentine's Day, so make sure that you don't, you know you got them in the software. But this is what now you can decorate with Christmas motifs, stitch this on Mylar, and this will make your beautiful gift card holder. So I've got lots of other ideas for you in our machine embroidered lace design collections. And I've got several collections for you. I'll go through really quickly. We've got earrings, we've got garden flowers, and we've got design collections from Angela Wolf. Reen Wilcoxon of Embroidery Garden brought us this garden flower lace collection, and these 3D freestanding lace flowers are absolutely gorgeous. There's lilies and daisies and dahlias and sunflowers. And all you have to do is stitch them out in 3D, change the colors that you stitch them out in, and now they're Christmas flowers. We've got jewelry collections to decorate you, or they make great gifts. So our lace jewelry collection is a collection of earrings and matching necklaces and bracelets. All stitch formats are supported. These designs are absolutely gorgeous, and they have coordinated, so you make an entire set, perfect for a gift. If you just want earrings, then look at the Just Earrings collection, our other collection from Eileen. These are great to embellish with beads and crystals, and these are fabulous to sew out in Kingstar metallic thread, because some of them really look like they're hammered metal. And I love these because it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, I can make an earring to match it. Now, both of these are downloads, so purchase them, put them in your cart, check out. You'll get a link to download these, and you can start stitching those out tonight. So when you get the lace jewelry, make sure that you get the lace jewelry kit, because this has the tools, the pliers, the rings, the hardware that you can use to fully assemble your jewelry. So let's see a couple of these, shall we? So let me push these off to the side, and let's see some of these gorgeous earrings that we've got in this collection. So look at these. First of all, let me show you these. These are the garden flower lace collections from Embroidery Garden. And these beautiful 3-dimensional flowers, this beautiful dahlia or pansy and the sunflower, change the colors. And I've got a Christmas flower that I can use for an embellishment on a bag, or even use as a pin. But look at these great earrings. So from the Just Jewelry, these are the jewelry collection, beautiful sets, beautiful fringed earrings. And look at, you could put rhinestones on them. And these are some of the Just earrings. great to change the colors. I love these little snowmen. I think they look like snowmen, perfect for the winter. So let me go back. Now I showed you that. And let's look at a couple of lace collections from Angela Wolf, who is a very well-known fashion designer and TV and online personality. She brought us the Touch of Lace collection. Now this has over 70 different design elements with borders and edges, and you can stitch these on as freestanding lace or as borders on garments. So if you've got a tunic that you want to jazz up, or maybe it's too short, then put a row of lace on the bottom. Or if your sleeves are too short, put that lace inset on it, or just make these, jazzy little fiesta sleeves to really jazz up something for the holidays. They can be temporary. Put them on for the holidays and take them off for the rest of the year. And you can be even inspired to make something really special for the holidays, as there's Angela herself with that top that she designed, and it inspired me to make this chiffon overlay. She also brought us a touch of couture. This is her second collection with lace. And this has over 200 designs. All you need is a 5x7 hoop. But these designs are absolutely gorgeous. There's corners, inset singles, a little bit different from the first collection. And you can use them for jeans, for jackets, for necklines. They are really versatile. So look at some of these that they use for that cardigan sweater, that neckline and sleeve enhancement, and even the detail on this tailored jacket on that sleeve vent and down the front. They're absolutely gorgeous. But you can take one of these designs, change the colors, and now you have a Christmas design. You can take one of Angela's Touch of Lace flowers, change the colors, and now you've got a poinsettia. And you can even put them together, change the colors, and wouldn't that be an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous centerpiece on a tablecloth or table linen? Now, these are both, again, downloads after purchase, but true to Angela form, you purchase these and she sends you a link that has a free pattern for one of her tops that she designed. So let's finally set that holiday table with all of these matching accessories that you can make with freestanding lace. Something like this: napkin rings, edge stitching, coasters, even plate decorations. So you can use a design for a napkin corner, and I created that with my lace maker, with a couple of designs from my lace maker and that design from Angela Wolf's Touch of Lace. So let me see how I did that. Let's see how we did that. And we'll go to camera one last time, just like this. And here's what we've got. So we've got, this is the napkin part of this entire set. Wouldn't that be great to set your table with that? And we call it edge stitching because you see it's a lace design, but it kind of dribbles off the edge of that purchased napkin, and it makes a very unique design. So how can we do that? How do we do that? Well, first of all, you want to print the template on print and stick target paper, which is our template paper that you're going to put through your printer, and the design is going to print with crosshairs. Now you're going to trim most of that away so that it looks like this. Okay, now this is the napkin that I'm going to prep. This is the next one that we're going to stitch out. Okay, so I've got it all ready, and we're going to stitch on that end. Now I'm going to take the template and remove the protective paper, which is kind of stuck there, and I'm going to put that exactly where I want it. So let's say that it's going to go right there, and you're going to make sure that it is where you want it. And that's the important part of using a template, because that lace edge, you do want it kind of dribbling off of the edge of that napkin, but you don't want that point showing through. So let's say that that's how I like it. All right. So I'm going to set that aside for now, because I'm going to prep my hoop. And if you think about that, how are you going to hoop that? Well, I've got the answer to that. And the answer to that is the sticky hoop. This is our sticky hoop. This is now a one-piece hoop. And you can see that this is the metal frame. It attaches to the machine right there. And it has water soluble adhesive. So this is our adhesive sew and wash. I am going to turn my PAL light on, which is right off camera here, because I'm going to make sure that that's all lined up with the zeros on my adhesive guides. And now when I bring this over, I can place that exactly in the right place because I've got the template lined up with the crosshairs that are being projected. I'm going to press that down in place. Okay. Then I'm going to take my template off very carefully. And now I'm ready to take it to the machine. And just a word, when you stitch this, it's so easy for that embroidery foot to catch that edge and roll that up and make a mess. Here's a tip. Get a piece of the same adhesive sew and wash. This is the water soluble sticky, and just cut a strip no bigger than that and just lay that right on that edge. All this is going to go away anyway. And what you're doing is making an easy ramp for that embroidery needle to go over that finished hem, and you won't have a mess. So here we go. I think I'm going to just really just show you the products and tools that I use. The print and stick target paper is what I printed the template on. The perfect alignment laser is the lamp that was just off camera that projects that crosshair beam. And I use the sticky hoop. And I am in love with this hoop because every time I take it out, I find a new use for it. And of course, I used our adhesive sew and wash, which is our pressure sensitive adhesive. It's our water soluble sticky. And let's wrap all this up with our lace. And I'm going to bring Tammy back in to see what questions we have at the end.
Well, and I think all of our questions have been answered, but I do want to remind everyone that you can watch this presentation, take advantage of the pricing up until Sunday evening. All you have to do is follow that same link that you did to get here today. We had a few that came in late, but there's no worry because they can rewatch as many times as they want. But Aiden, I want to thank everyone over here for hanging out with me and for you having me as your chat host. It was my pleasure working with you today.
Mine too, Tammy. Thank you so much for taking care of everybody over there. I know that you were answering those questions. I also want to thank Darren and Kirsten from Embroidery.com for sponsoring this program and joining us today. So on behalf of everyone at Dime and everyone at Embroidery.com, I'm going to say thanks so much for watching. I'm Ain McCarthy. We'll see you next time.